Yo, ShinRobjira here, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite EPs of 2018. Now, for those who haven't seen my community section on the channel, and for those who don't follow me on Twitter, this is how this week is going to be going down. Today I'm talking about my top 10 EPs. Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about my top 12 favorite albums, album of the summer, song of the year, all that, all in one video. On Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about my favorite band and or artist that dropped this year with a major release or anything like that. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite movies, which is where I am probably going to get lambasted, but that's okay. Now, normally I talk about my top 10 favorite games during this week as well, but unfortunately, since I don't quite have my Switch yet, I'm going to have to wait to make that list sometime in January. Hopefully the first or second week of so. But anyway, let's get started. Top 10 EPs of 2018, go! Number 10. Zai, Live and Die. I was not kidding when I said that Live and Die is the best theme from the Godzilla anime trilogy. Little did I know that the EP would actually accumulate enough listens in my iTunes to really be put upon this list. I've listened to this song, its EP, even the instrumentals, quite a lot of times, a lot more than I really thought I would. It's J-pop down to the very basic strand of DNA, but I love it. Number 9. Aphex Twin, the Collapse EP. You know, it took a really long time for Aphex Twin to come back to us and give us some new tunage. And within recent years, we've got a brand new album from the man, a couple of EPs, and by far, I think his newest, Collapse, is his best EP-wise. That bippy, archaic, yet somewhat elegant and beautiful side of Aphex Twin is alive and well. The man has still friggin' got it, and as expected, he absolutely did not disappoint with the Collapse EP. Number 8. No Rome, Rest in Peace, Indo Hisashi. From the time that No Rome started releasing music after being signed to Dirty Hit Records, I was severely enjoying what he was dropping. From 17 to Do It Again to Narcissist with Maddie from the 1975, even with the one track off the EP that I don't like, the one that I didn't mention, this EP still managed to accumulate a lot of plays in my iTunes, and you know, I honestly knew that because I was listening to this EP a lot. Even a couple of weeks to a month after release, it was really hard to put this EP down. It is fantastic, and I can't wait for the next one in 2019. Number 7. Blackbird Blackbird, Neon Night EP. Blackbird Blackbird has been a favorite artist of mine for quite some time, and even though we do find ourselves waiting for a specific release from Blackbird Blackbird, it's always very much worth the wait, whether it's unreleased stuff, whether it's remixes, alternate mixes, brand new stuff, anything under the sun, Blackbird Blackbird absolutely always delivers. I believe his new album is dropping next year. I haven't heard any updates on it, so I'm assuming next year. But whenever that album releases, you can bet your buns that I'm gonna be here talking about it because oofa, Blackbird Blackbird has never disappointed. Number 6, The New Division, Fader EP. The New Division has been one of my very favorite bands for quite some time, couple of years now. And with every release, I just find more and more to love about the band, be it their sound, be it the vocals, be it the lyrics. There is literally a little bit to love in every aspect when it comes to The New Division. And even though this EP saw a delay or two, the wait for it, oh, you guessed it, was totally worth it. It is scientifically impossible for me to put down The New Division release. That was a tongue twister. You know, even if a new album or a new EP from another artist comes out, I always take breaks in between listening to that release to come back to The New Division. And I'm very glad to see that that continued on with the Fader EP. This EP is absolutely beautiful, and I really got to pick up a physical version of it because I've got quite the New Division collection, and that needs adding to severely. Alright, we're hitting the top 5, the final 5, the 5 greatest EPs of the year, as according to me. Number 5, I actually didn't get a chance to talk about this EP on the channel because I was busy last week doing way too much when it released. And that is The Missing Man by AFI. Now, if you've been with this channel for a while, maybe like the beginning era, you know that I really wasn't too pleased with the AFI or Blood album that the band released in 2016. Well, technically that was 2017, but it leaked in 2016, you know. I found that the Blood album, even to this day, just feels very lackluster. It feels like a retread of Burials and of Crash Love. And even though I love those two albums, it really just felt very cut and dry, you know, crappy glue and all that. But I still love AFI. When I heard that they were dropping a new EP, I was like, okay, well, I didn't think that the band would be, repeating past mistakes. And thankfully, they absolutely didn't. The Missing Man is awesome. It's beautiful. All 5 tracks are really, really addicting. And as I'm listening to it, I was wondering, where the hell was all this with the Blood album? You know, this EP almost feels like a sampler of all of their 2000 material. In some ways, not bare bone carbon copy, like that. But the EP was impressive. The EP was addicting to listen to. And the minute that Trash Bat started playing, I knew this EP was going to chart pretty high on this list. Number 4, Pink Sweats, Volume 1 EP. This EP was a very, very late addition to this list. Literally late last week. That's when this guy made it onto this list. My good friend Jay introduced me to this dude's music, and instantaneously, just hearing this dude sing, I was completely sold on what he was doing. The music videos were really fun to watch. The music in and of itself has got that sad boy hour tone. And with every track off of this EP, it was just surprise after surprise after surprise. I've had such little time with this EP, but I already know it back to front, and Would You is probably one of my very favorite songs of the year. If you haven't heard of Pink Sweats, you should probably get to doing so. You should probably do that soon. Number 3, Azul, the Asobi EP. I've been waiting for this EP for quite some time, and like I've said multiple times in this video, the wait for this EP was totally worth it. This EP is a beautiful breath of fresh air and a whole new step for Azul to take. Sound-wise, vocal-wise, it was just 10 out of 10 on every front. And even though I'm none too fluent in Korean, I still found a lot to enjoy with this release, and oh man, I can't wait to see what this gal does next because she is absolutely killing it. I don't know why I did the zip mouth motion, but she killing it. All right, we're down to the final 2. Who could it possibly be? Number 2. The New Romantic Boys Are Here EP. This was a release I was so very much waiting for, so very giddy for. And when the band first dropped their little 3-track single that they did, I was just completely convinced that this release coming out this year is going to blow me the flick away. And by God, it did. The New Romantic Boys Are Here was utterly fantastic, still fantastic to this day, still listening to it today. And this came out in the summer? Yeah, I think it was in the summer, early summer. And from then till now, to the very eye-openings of winter, the New Romantic Boys and their EP managed to just stick right with it. Every track off of this EP is an absolute piece of art, and the only downside to all this is I don't know if the band is going to be continuing. Just know that the New Romantic Boys Are Here EP is just beautiful. It's perfect in every single way. All right, number 1. The announcement of this release had me in stitches. I had absolutely no idea what to expect, but all throughout 2018, this band was impressing me. This band was hitting every note that I hoped they would. They were hitting every note that I didn't expect them to make, and that all came together in the culmination of their EP. My number 1 favorite EP of the year goes to Sad Boys Club. Yeah, people talk, but you've forgotten how to live. As I said before, Sad Boys Club have been impressing me since February of 2018. And it seems like with every major seasonal change, this band has had something new to release, so they have been impressing me all year around. And they capped the year off with the release of this fantastic piece of musical beauty. Yeah, people talk, but you've forgotten how to live is the band's first major release. They've had singles, yes, but this is their first, collection of songs released all at the same time. And let me tell you, I have not stopped listening to this EP, not once, even during the Joji hype, even during the 1975 hype. Sad Boys Club have been there throughout the entire year with their music, and every time I listen to this EP, every time I listen to one of their singles, it's just been nothing but fun. It's been nothing but enjoyment. Sad Boys Club, despite the name, have made me a very happy boy this year. Every track they released this year was golden. This EP is fucking golden, and it is my favorite of the year. And if you're going to listen to any of these EPs off of here, I highly suggest Sad Boys Club. These boys, these sad boys, they're going fucking somewhere, man. They're gonna be huge. Huge! And I highly suggest dipping your toes into the sad now, because you're not going to want to miss this ride. So, those are my top 10 favorite EPs of the year. Do hope you enjoyed. In the comment section down below, why don't you tell me some of your favorite EPs that came out this year? Maybe give me some suggestions so I have some more artists to listen to next year. And yeah, this was actually the easiest list I had to do this year. Last year was a little bit of a stretch, but this year, easy. Knew exactly what I was going to be putting on this list. Unfortunately, tomorrow's video, though, that one is still a bit of a struggle. My number 1 and my number 2 spot are still fighting, and it's going to be weird because after this video is done, I'm literally going to go right into recording that one. Ooh, so I'm probably gonna have to decide on the fly. But anyway, I have been ShinRobjira. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I said that already, and I will see you all tomorrow with my top 12 favorite albums of 2018. Listen to Sad Boys Club.